And he came back in the room, he said, you have a 2% chance to live.
Oh my God.
And he said, it's really been touching to get to know you. But he said, the plane's running and you have 13-minute flight to think about your life.
Give it up for my girl, Fallon Taylor.
Here we go.
The 2014 champion of the world on BABYFLO.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations, world champion.
What's up, Flomies? Okay, we are here in gorgeous Laguna Beach, California. And the reason that we're here today is something really, really cool. So we are all traveling up to Laguna Beach to meet with someone that I have found as a person that can be a mentor and super inspiring in my journey. His name is Ed Milet, and what's really cool is he has nothing to do with horses, but what he does have something to do with is increasing awareness for all sorts of different journeys and people's lives and military veterans, and he's actually highlighting my story today about getting hurt on a horse and being able to make a strong comeback to a world championship. And I want you guys to really listen to the interview between he and I right now. I'm going to his big ass house. I can't wait, on the water. It'll be super, super exciting. But I think it's really neat to always try to cross the bridge to go into new spaces that don't necessarily know what I do. They don't know what barrel racing is. They don't know about rodeo. And I think that's super important. I think within our community, we always are excluding people that wear helmets, people that don't wear helmets, people that wear spurs, people that ride English, people that ride Western. And instead of dividing us all up into a bunch of different categories, coming together as people that all love to ride, people that all have been touched by how special these animals are in their own journey, can come together and really open up our industry to a whole new world and a whole new branch of people that maybe have never even been around one or have seen how special and amazing these animals are. I think it's a really, really cool moment for me to be able to cross into an area that isn't known for horses, tell them my story, and hopefully get them excited about watching us compete at whatever event it is that we do. So I'm very, very excited to be out here. I can't wait for you guys to see the rest of this, so check it out.
So tell them what happens. You're starting to make your comeback. Guys, this is one of the most amazing stories you're going to hear. So you're making your comeback, and what happens?
Well, I'd like to tell you my mantra of it's going to get rocky, and I'm going to tell you the mantra that my dad told me the whole time throughout my entire career, and me being very risky, was whatever you do, don't end up in a hospital because you'll die in there.
Wow.
And you know, it just kind of rang in my head because I was riding dangerous horses and I was doing a lot of training, and then I started training around the clock because of the weather and I needed my bills paid, and I'm riding and taking chances that I shouldn't have had to take, you know, just because I was not understanding my growth and I wasn't understanding my contribution. And so I was training really late at night in August in 2009. And I'm riding this horse that's fine. Everything's fine. We're training. Everything's normal. My poor staff member was there with her boyfriend, and it's just us lonely at night, lights on in the arena, and I'm going to train this horse. And as I was taking off around the arena, this horse slipped kind of in a mud puddle. And it was not a big deal, you know, whatever. He slips, and he was feeling frisky. And you kind of know that when a horse behaves a certain way, he's feeling a little frisky. I should have known better. I should have taken more precautions, but I didn't. It's what I do for a living. What's the big deal? And I start laughing. I start giggling, and this horse starts to buck. And when I say buck, you know, horses can play and buck, and they can crow hop and buck. This horse did something that's like a wild instinct. So he reared up. When he did, he broke all the bones on this side of my face. And when he came down to the ground, I'm still laughing. I'm like, okay, whatever. And you know, in the cowboy industry, you gotta be tough, you know? And so I start to pull this horse up, and as I do, he hits me in the head again, and I skull fracture in 4 places. Of course I don't know this. And of course I'm not wearing a helmet, because that's just not the cool, tough thing to do. And he begins to buck a little bit more, and I just decide that I'm gonna pick a place off over here to jump off. which is a terrible idea. But I picked a place to kind of jump off. And when I did, he kicked my feet about 13 or 14 feet in the air. And I landed straight down on my head. My legs just kind of flopped over. And I was unable to move. I was paralyzed right in that moment. And what a tough place to be in, you know, because I was in this horrible relationship and in a spot where I'm like, who's gonna save me? You know, so all I have is my career. If I get hurt, I can't make a living. How am I gonna take care of myself? I'm in this horrible place. How am I gonna get up? I gotta get up. And so my friend came over. I was strapped down to a picnic table because I was too cheap to ride in an ambulance. So I get taken in a pickup truck on a picnic table to the hospital, and I get there and I start joking with the staff because it's just my way. And the lady in the front desk, my friend went in and asked for a gurney. And she said, "You don't need a gurney. That girl's out there telling jokes. Quit being so dramatic." So my friend that was a paramedic, they take me in and they finally get me a gurney. I could have walked, I think I could have. But when I got through the MRI machine and joking with the doctor that was helping me, I kept telling him, you know, Hooters closes in 15 minutes and we're really close now. Like, let's go get some food. Tell me I have a concussion. Let's get out of here. And he came back in the room. He said, "You have a 2% chance to live." Oh my God. And he said, "It's really been touching to get to know you." But he said, "The plane's running and you have 13-minute flight to think about your life. And I hope that you really take that time to think about what you're gonna do now, because you're never gonna ride horses again."